guys, so I'm just taking a little ride around the property here. We got about, I don't know, 6 to 8 inches of snow in the last couple days. We got a lot more snow coming up here. It's going to be dark in less than an hour. I was just going to take a quick ride, take a look at the deer sign. We found a couple beds earlier under some of my pines when I had the little guys out, my toddlers. And I thought maybe you guys might want to join me and take a look at what's happening out on the property. We haven't really been out and about in a while. So here's just taking a look at my Norway spruces I planted. These are for long-term screening along this field here. So you can see them all the way down here. So I'll show them to you as I drive through. See, we got the road right here, and we want to be able to, over time, really screen this road. And we'll use other layers of screening like switchgrass, Egyptian wheatgrass, early successional growth, stuff like that. But long term, these Norway spruce will really help provide screening against the road here. So you can see all the ones I planted. I got them staggered going down, and I'm going to actually throw some more in this year. Pretty good stuff. Alright guys, I wanted to show you something here. Here's a white pine that I planted this past year. I got a whole line of them here. I pointed. This is near the north side boundary of my property. If anyone ever tells you that deer don't eat white pine, it's not true. They really snip off those buds. Look at this. This tree grew really well this year. In fact, all of them did. There's like 5 of them here. I'll show you some of the other ones, but they nailed that. And the thing is, white pine is typically not deer food, but when it gets cold in the winter, food is more scarce. They will eat those buds off, and that can be damaging to the tree. So we'll have to see if this one will bounce back. White pines are pretty resilient. The thing is, the deer have plenty of food here. There's a lot of browse. I put out corn and mineral blocks and grain blocks in the late winter, early spring, and there's been some out the last couple weeks, and they'll still come over here and eat on these buds. So they do have plenty of food around here. So it's not like it's very scarce like you would find up in big timber, but they still will eat those buds off. So you got to be careful. I was thinking about caging these, but I didn't. They got to them, so we'll see what the other ones look like here. Yeah, they definitely got to this one too. That one doesn't look too bad. Oh, look at this one. Wow, they nailed this one. Look at that. I don't know how well that's going to grow. They really nailed that one. Yeah, that's too bad. You know, you think with evergreens, like they don't eat on the Norway spruce, but the white pines they will. So I'm hoping this one can bounce back. This one was the worst one out of all of them. We'll just have to see what happens, and have to work on maybe caging them for the following season here, the following year. All right, let's continue our adventure today. A lot of deer tracks coming up in and out. Lots of deer tracks. I'm going to take a little walk in this bedding area over here. We've done some work in this bedding area over the past year. And I'm just curious. I could see tracks going in on this trail that I opened up here. You can see the tracks coming through here. Yeah, they're definitely in here, moving around. Went up that way, moseying around in here. I'm going to pull some of these, see all these sprouts from these hinge cuts I did. Lots of food, you could see where they ate it off. So I'm going to pull some of these other ones down to deer level. They can eat on these. So they got a little more access there. You see me using these trails. Lots of cover, lots of browse in here. This little white pine here that you could see the buds up here, they couldn't really reach them, so they didn't mess with them. But they ate that one, they ate these ones, and then they rubbed that tree up. See, there's trails coming in and out here. Lots of trails. You got a trail that splits and goes that way. And I'm gonna take a look. We knocked some bigger trees down here, and just want to see what this is looking like. Yeah, see how we put a big opening here. We knocked a bunch of these trees down, and you could just see all the cover that grew up here, the food and cover. So that's looking pretty good. Here's the trail. Tracks going here and here. Some tracks coming up in here. Looks like a nice little spot to bed, huh? There are tracks going into there. Yeah. Yeah, there's deer tracks going right in here. Coming in and out. Nice little cubby hole to bed in right there. And this was created by a bunch of hinges we did. There's some vines and stuff. It kind of created this little overhang. Nice little spot to get out of the snow and the wind. Trail's going that way. Trail's going this way. So they've definitely been all throughout this. Here's a bigger trail. And this is coming right down on this area where we did a little more work down here. Let's go ahead and take a peek. This giant tree right here, it's just a monster. That's been there for many years. But we knocked some trees down this past season right in here. And you could see we put another big hole in the sky. And you could see how thick this is already starting to grow up. Let's circle around, take a look over there. So this is a major trail right here. This trail is always used. It hits the ATV trail about 30 yards that way. Angles up this way towards the food plots. But here's another major one coming right through our habitat pocket. Something took a pee there. Deer took a pee-pee. Still rolling. It's really cold out. It's in the 20s. But yeah, this is where we look at that hole we put in the sky. And this will continue to thicken up. It's already thickened up quite a bit compared to what it was earlier this season. All sorts of little nooks and crannies around here. The deer took a pee right there. You can see the deer coming out of there. It's beautiful in here. Look at this. Deer tracks coming through. Just looks nice with the white snow. Look at all the vines. And we got this wall of cover over here because of these vines. But you can see the deer sneaking through here. There's a trail coming out this way. Here's the main trail here. But they'll meander through there, eat some browse, bed down. I don't know if we're going to find any other fresh beds like we did earlier today because it snowed not that long ago. But yeah, they can get right up in there. Lots of little spots. Really quiet. I love that quietness, that dead quiet in the winter when you got the snow on the ground. There's no wind. Just beautiful. I just wanted to get outside and do something before it got dark. I'm just curious what's happening out here. They come from there. A lot of them come up through this corner here. Looks like something was messing around right there. Gets pretty thick up in there, good bedding cover. I'm going to walk up this way, it'll be a little easier. Now, I wouldn't do this during the hunting season. You know, I'm tagged out here in Ohio. I've been tagged out since November 1st. Thought about maybe going out for a doe, but just haven't. I still got a PA buck tag, but PA season, archery season ends soon, so I don't know if I'll even get out again for that. I've been out a few times, PA, West Virginia. But I'm really getting excited. I've had a great season. Took a really nice mature buck here in Ohio. You know, I think a lot of these projects we've been working on, as well as hunting strategy, is paying off. You know, doing these different habitat projects, improving diversity, and hunting very strategically has definitely paid off. Really great buck I got this year. And super happy with him, super satisfied. So I'm looking more forward to next season already and getting out and doing some more projects, continuing to enhance the property, and go from there. So let's just continue our little adventure. It's starting to get dark. You can see here's some of the, we were on the opposite side of this a little bit ago, where we opened up a hole in the sky there, and look how thick that is. I can't see, 20 yards in the dead of winter. Looks like, okay, so it looks like there might have been a bed right here. It's got covered in snow, but you can see how light it is compared to the snow around it. So, bedding right off the backside of this, that would make sense, right, with the southwest wind. So it definitely looks like there's, another one here. Yeah, it looks like maybe there was another one here. Got covered by snow, but you can kind of see it because there's a little less snow in those two spots. I'm just looking to see if they've done anything and bedded up against any of this stuff. There's a rub there from this past season. Right on the back side of this bedding cover. I'm not seeing any tracks right up in here. You can see the tracks coming through there. Come through here, go up this way. Basically what we've been working on here is creating like a maze effect, and little pockets, mazing it throughout. We don't want it too thick. There are some areas here we could probably come in and clean up a little bit, but we got a good maze going. For the most part, I'm able to walk through it, so if I can walk through it, the deer definitely can walk through it. Couple tracks, two trails intersecting here. So look how thick that is. We did another pocket of cuttings over there. That's thickened up quite a bit. I think I got another bed here. Yeah, here's a bed. You can see you got some snow on it, but right there, a bed. Right next to these trees. Got a good view actually down in here. It's thick down here, but even further out, you could see some of the hills and ridges going up. Not a bad spot. Could hear something coming through the thick stuff. As far as predators go. Looks like that might have been a bed right there too. Which is interesting. You got a good view of the trail next to the pond down there. It's like 50 yards down. You could probably see it. It's bright white. There's a trail there next to the pond. I lay right there, could look at that. So it's little things like this we pick up walking around here just to kind of get in the deer's head. What are they doing, you know, this time of the year? What are they up to? Definitely a lot of trails up this way. Here we go. This looks like another one. It was right here. Looked like a trail. There was actually tracks coming right to it. Some tracks here. So that would make sense if there was one there. And then not even 10 yards away, another bed. A couple does. Alright, I'm kind of circling back up towards the top, following this deer trail. I saw this white pine, I was wondering if anything rubbed it. And sure enough, there is a rub right there. A little one. You can see some of these taller trees that we hinged. That regeneration coming up, those sprouts, they're all eaten off. So, I'm going to make my way back up here. Hope you guys are finding this interesting. Or at least the scenery's beautiful. You're not seeing my ugly mug as much. This is a well-used trail right here. This is a very well-used trail that we actually have a stand that watches this because this is one of their favorite spots to come up through here. And they come up right up there in the corner. I'm going to walk over here because I think I see some more beds. You know, something was digging there. Oh yeah, look at this. You know what? Those are I see some dog tracks there. Pretty sure that's not my dog. I see a lot of deer tracks, but that looks like there's a bed there. See that? I see it's like a mix of tracks. There's rabbit tracks, deer tracks, there's another bed. That looks like a bed right there. Deer tracks, rabbit tracks, and that's probably coyote tracks. You see a deer took a pee or a poop right here. Yeah, so we knocked some of these big trees a while ago. Lots of regeneration, lots of growth. Those deer were kind of using it right there on the edge of it. I just heard my dog bark back at the cabin. Looks like we had a big old pine. I've been waiting for it to fall. It's kind of leaning there. We had some serious winds a couple weeks ago, and it looks like that came down. Yeah, a lot of tracks in here. Right off the edge of the trail. And this is a very common spot for them to come peeking out of the bedding area. I planted these, I think these are white spruces. They're looking good. Another one there. Another one over here. That one actually looks like it got rubbed. Yeah, some branches, but it definitely got rubbed. I was afraid of that too. I didn't think it was big enough for a deer to rub, but I guess they don't discriminate too much. We got the Redneck Ninja stand up there. I don't know if you can see it. It's up pretty high. And We did a little pocket work here. You can see there's a lot of tracks coming out of here. So we got this brush pile here. We cut a bunch of this down, brushed it up here. Gives us a little more screening in our stand there with a deer coming out of here. You can see they come right through the trail here. They go right in here. And this is right where a bunch of trails meet. There's one here. There's one that comes up here from there. There's a trail that goes that way. And if you're down here at deer level, you can't see the stand. And they pop out here or over here. We got shots right there. But this trail is going to lead us back to the Polaris. The tracks coming through there. Looks like there might be a bed right up there. I'm not going to walk in there, but a lot of tracks coming through here. Sneak down that way. Come through here. You got all this woody browse, all this growth. I'll knock some of these down. They come in and eat some of the ones they can't reach. That sprouted up pretty high. But you can see it's like a maze effect. And then we got the Polaris right back here. We made a giant circle. And there we are. So, sun's setting. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Not too exciting, but it's exciting to me. But I'm just trying to get in their heads, you know, see what's going on. How are they using the pockets we created, the maze effect? They're using all the trails that we intended on them using. We found a bunch of beds. It'll be nice to come in after the snow's been down a while and check it out again. So, you know, we'll do this throughout the late winter and spring, and then that'll help inform us on any cleanup we need to do, additional projects. And then we'll get on them in time for, you know, spring gobbler, and then summer will come along, and then next thing you know, we'll be back into early archery. So anyway, hope everyone's having a great 2025. Get out there and walk around, see what those deer are up to. We'll see you later.